Hi, in this video I will show how sales order can be created into Microsoft Dynamics GP using Datasmith web extensions for Microsoft Dynamics GP. Datasmith web extensions for Microsoft Dynamics GP is a web application which allows us to create sales order into Microsoft Dynamics GP using browser from internet. This is main view of Datasmith web extensions. This is navigation bar and this is contents pane. Sales order can be captured using sales order entry screen, and sales order entry screen can be opened by clicking this sales order entry link in the navigation bar. This is sales order entry screen. When sales order entry form opens, it pulls some of default values from Microsoft Dynamics GP and fills in the fields like document ID, site ID, currency ID and date. In this version, site ID and currency ID cannot be changed, which means that orders can only be created against the default site ID and the functional currency of the company, but remaining fields can be changed. This form has inbuilt validations for all the required fields to make sure the data entry is correct. For example, if I click save button now, it will not let me move forward because all the required fields are not filled in. This form has another inbuilt validation to make sure that data entry is in correct order. For example, I cannot enter ship to address or bill to address until I have entered debtor ID. In the same way, I cannot add item unless I have entered all the information in the header. For example, if I click ship to address, it will not let me move forward because debtor ID is required. Okay, let's fill up the form and create sales order. First we will enter debtor ID. We can add debtor ID by clicking this expansion button against debtor ID field. When I click this expansion button, it will open up customer lookup form. This form shows all customers from Microsoft Dynamics GP. This form allows us to filter this list based on the field selected in this combo box. For example, if I want to filter the list based on the name of the customer, I can select name in this combo box and enter the search text in this text box. When I click find button, it will filter the list. I can select my required customer by double clicking the row of that customer. When the customer is selected, the information from the customer is added into the debtor ID, debtor name, ship to address and bill to address fields. But we can change ship to address or bill to address. As there is only one address available, so let me cancel this lookup form. Now let's add batch ID. Now we can add items, but we can add items one by one. Let's add first item. This is item lookup form and it shows all items from Microsoft Dynamics GP. This lookup form allows us to filter the list based on any of these three columns. Let's select one item. When item is selected, item ID appears in this box, unit of measure appears here, and unit price comes over here. Default quantity is taken is 1, but we can change this quantity if we need. When we change the quantity, it updates the extended price and subtotal. But in order to see text and net total, we have to save this sales order in Microsoft Dynamics GP. Let's save it. As you can see from the message that this order has been saved in Microsoft Dynamics GP with one item in this order. Now we can add another item if we want to. Now we can add third item. This way we can add as many items as we like. But if we want to update these items, we can do it in one go. And at the same time we can add another one. Let's click save. This is how we create sales order in Microsoft Dynamics GP using Datasmith web extensions. Datasmith web extension not only allows us to create new orders, it also allows us to update already created orders. We can select and load an order by clicking this expansion button against the document ID field. This opens the order lookup form. From here we can select any when we select an order from order lookup form, the form is automatically cleared and loaded with the data of newly selected order. This form also contains a print button. This print button actually opens a printer friendly version of this sales order, which can be printed using this print button on toolbar. So this is how we manage sales order using Datasmith web extensions. Thanks for watching.